Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Today, as we know,
is
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
Does anybody know?
Does anybody know
Why 11/11
why 11/11
is Veterans Day?
is Veterans Day?
It's a day to celebrate peace,
It's a day to celebrate peace,
not nationalism.
not nationalism.
And so today, we have some veterans from different eras
We have some veterans from different eras
that are here to make the case
that are here to make the case
for foreclosure
for foreclosure
on the war.
on the war.
So y'all join me in giving a round of applause to John and Hector. And we're going to turn things over to John Zintowski, who's a combat medic in Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, it being Veterans Day, I'd like to say something about war, and I think General Eisenhower characterized it perhaps best. He said war is full of brutality, futility, and stupidity. So, when anybody says the word war, or when you hear about war, somebody's talking about war, forget about the patriotic stuff. Think about the three words: brutality, futility, and stupidity. Now, I don't know if any of you have seen the Walmart commercial, the latest one. It's about a military mom and her little daughters. And at the very end of the commercial, on the bottom, it's funded, "Because of you," meaning the military, we are all living better. The implication being that because of the military, our lives are better. Well, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, a higher percentage of Americans is living in extreme poverty than they have ever measured before. Now, this is when we're running a deficit yearly of over $1.5 trillion. Our current national debt is approaching $16 trillion, and yet extreme poverty in the United States is reaching levels never seen before. Last year, nearly 3 million Americans descended into poverty. That was the largest increase that we have seen since the U.S. government began keeping statistics since 1959. Today, there are over 45 million Americans on food stamps. This number has increased 74% since 2007. The number of Americans that are going to food pantries and soup kitchens has increased by 46% since 2006. Now, keep in mind that each year we're spending $1.5 trillion over our budget. Where's the money going to? Easy. Military into the bankers. And here's something that is hard to believe. And keep in mind that this is a conservative estimate. It says more than 500,000 children currently are homeless in the United States. That means that you've got over 500,000 kids on the streets, living in shelters, who, you know, their life is just really, really almost unbearable. How do you go to school if you don't have a home? How do you get an education if you don't have a home? Yet Walmart is telling us that because of the military, our lives we are all living better. Yes, sure we are. So, the money that the United States is spending on the Defense Department and these needless, senseless wars is over $1 trillion a year. And because we're spending over $1 trillion on war and defense, America is not making payments on education. It's not making payments on health care. It's not making payments on providing adequate housing. And it surely is not providing payments on job creation. Therefore, since America is making payments on all these categories, war should be foreclosed.
Ow! Oh.
And one thing I'd like to say about the Occupy movement is that William Faulkner would certainly be proud of everybody that's taking part in the Occupy movement, because he said, never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and truth and compassion against injustice and lying and greed. If people all over the world would do this, it would change the earth. Now you are the good people, you're the decent people, you're the compassionate people, you're the people who can take America down the right path. The people in Washington are the crooks, the liars, the people who are motivated by greed. They're taking our country to ruin.
Greedy.
You people are going to help America become what she should be.
Mic check!
Mic check!
The death toll is too high!
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 I've lost 2 good friends in this war, and both of them... This war.
And both of them.
Alright, let me start that over. I lost 2 good friends in this war.
I lost 2 good friends in this war.
Specialist Brushawn Anderson.
Specialist Brushawn Anderson.
And Specialist Chad Derrick Coleman.
And Specialist Chad Derrick Coleman.
Very good friends.
Very good friends.
Good people.
Good people.
Dead.
Dead.
Why?
Why?
Nobody has an answer.
Nobody has an answer.
Foreclose this war.
Foreclose this war.
Please foreclose this war.
Please foreclose this war.
Foreclose this fucking war.
Foreclose this fucking war.
Let's take a bake.
Let's take a break. Yeah!
Mic check.
I'm a veteran.
I'm a veteran.
I would give my life to protect this country and my loved ones. But I'm a veteran for peace. And I believe all wars that are fought for corporate interest and unnecessary means should be ended now. And the money should be spent on fixing our infrastructure, providing jobs, regaining the moral authority that made America great. I love this country. But I will not fight. To make the 1% more money.
To make the 1% more money.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.